It's June 28th, and the strange side of history awaits. Today, we have an outlaw in homemade armor, a rock from another world crashing into Earth, and a single gunshot that ignited a global war. Let's begin. On June 28, 1880, in the quiet town of Glenrowan, Australia, 4 outlaws prepared for the final stand, unlike anything police had ever seen. Ned Kelly and his gang were cornered, but they were not hiding like ordinary fugitives. They had built something in the bush. Crude suits of armor hammered from stolen farm plows, heavy enough to slow a man down, but strong enough to stop bullets. Inside the Glenrowan Inn, Ned Kelly and his brother Dan, Joe Byrne, and Steve Hart waited as the police surrounded the building. Then the shootout began. Gunfire tore through the night, but when the armored figures appeared in the smoke, some of the officers thought they were seeing ghosts. Bullets struck the steel plates and bounced off, but the armor had a fatal weakness. It was not protecting the legs. By morning, Kelly emerged from the bush behind the police, wounded, staggering, and still wearing his iron shell. They fired low, and Kelly collapsed into the dirt, alive, while the rest of his gang died inside the inn. The armor made him look almost unstoppable, until police realized it didn't protect all of him. On June 29, 1911, something from another world came screaming over Egypt. Near the village of El Nakhla, south of Alexandria, people had heard explosions in the sky. Then they saw the white trail cutting through the mid-morning air. Moments later, stones began to fall from above. About 40 fragments struck the earth. Some buried themselves deep in the ground. To the villagers, they were mysterious rocks from the heavens, but decades later, scientists discovered something stranger. They had not fallen from the moon, they'd come from Mars. The Nakhla meteor had once been part of the Red Planet, blasted into space by the violent impact millions of years earlier, drifting silently until the Earth pulled it down. Inside the rock, researchers later found clues of ancient Martian water, evidence that liquid had once moved on its minerals. Witnesses claim the falling stone struck a farmer's dog so violently, almost nothing was left behind. The rock was real, and a piece of Mars had fallen into an Egyptian field. On June 28, 1914, one wrong turn helped drag the world to disaster. That morning, Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria and his wife Sophia rode through the city under heavy tension. Hidden nearby, a young conspirator who wanted the Austro-Hungarian rule in the Balkans to end, The first attack failed. A bomb was thrown from the royal car, but it bounced away, exploding behind them and injuring others instead. Shaken, but alive, they continued to City Hall. Then came the decision that changed everything. He chose to visit wounded in the hospital, but his driver took the wrong route, and the car slowed, then stopped. Standing nearby was Gavrilo Principi, one of the conspirators who had missed his chance earlier in the day. Now, by pure chance, the royal couple was directly in front of him, so he stepped forward and fired. Franz Ferdinand and Sophie both died from their wounds, and within weeks, the Austria-Hungary blamed Serbia. Russia, Germany, France, and Britain were pulled into a crisis, and the shooting became the spark that would set the world on fire. One wrong turn, one stopped car, and the world changed forever. Another day, another strange bite from history. Like, comment, and subscribe. Your next eerie dose is just a day away.